Mahaprabhu, absorbed in his moods, he was hearing the Katha of Sakshi Gopal. So there were two Brahmans, one Bada Vipra and one Chota Vipra, two Brahmans. The Bada Vipra Brahman is called Kuli Brahman, meaning Shreshta, better. And the Chota Vipra was low class Brahman. There are like classes of Brahman.
Where is another tribe?
Like in North India, chatur-vedhi, three-vedhi, like one was knowledge of two Vedas, three Vedas, four Vedas. One was knowledge of all four is called topmost. One was knowledge of all four Vedas is called catur-vedhi-brahman. One was knowledge of two Vedas, three Vedi. And one who has three is called three-vedi. Even so, in the same way, Upadhyay and Upadhyay, different castes, Upadhyay. All these Brahmans are high class Brahmans. The Mahaprabhu and Jagannath. So both the Brahmans while going to three tirtha from Gaya, Prayag, all these tirthas, while traveling to them, they reached Mathura. And they took darshan of 12 forests. 12 one is in the there. They took darshan. There are like many forests across Yamuna, on the banks of Yamuna. There are many collected forests. So after taking these darshan of these, in darshan of Govardhan, at the end he arrived to Vrindavan. Especially there are three main deities of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas: Govinda, Gopinath and Madan Mohan. And they were serving Gopal in that temple. Both the Brahmans, they took darshan of Gopal and they took rest there. After seeing such beautiful form of Thakur, both the Brahmans, they became attractive.
the younger Brahmin and the older Brahmin. The younger Brahmin served the older Brahmin, by which he was very pleased. The elder Brahmin was very pleased with the younger Brahmin's service. The elder Brahmin said, "You are very pleased. You've served me so much. Washed my clothes. And when I was walking and became tired, massaged his feet nicely." The elder Brahmin said, "Look, I wish to give you something." Bada Brahmin. Because you have served me so well. Kanya-dhana, the giving of the daughter's hand in marriage, is the greatest charitable act. It's called kanya-dhana. The younger Brahmin said, "You are saying that you will give your daughter's hand in marriage to me, but you are of a higher Brahmin than I, and you are very wealthy and knowledgeable, and I am not of that caliber. I am younger, of less status than you. I don't have any wealth." When a person is married to another, then their status is of equal nature. Then the younger Brahmin said that this is not right. Then the elder Brahmin, he said, "No, look, listen, this is my daughter. I can give her to whomever I please." The situation at that time was such that whoever the mother and father said the daughter would get married to, they would agree. There is one rule of giving a daughter in marriage. You have to ask the family members. One could not force a daughter to marry somebody they do not want. You have to get the consent of the elders also. Sammati. They have to agree. Agreement. Has to agree. Accept. The elder Brahman, he argued, this is my daughter, I will give to whoever I wish. The younger Brahman argued, no. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhisma was the name of Rukmini's father. Bhismat. Bhismat was agreeing to give Rukmini in the hand of marriage to Krishna, but his elder son, his elder son Rukmi, he was against this idea. He said, no, my sister will marry Shishupal. They did not want to listen to their father's advice, recommendation. In the household, those who speak loudly on, who have wealth or influence, that person's voice is heard, their suggestion is taken. If you are weak and you are not outspoken, then you will not be heard. In Kali-yuga, is written in shastra, dominated. The ladies will be dominated in Kali-yuga, it is said. No, sorry, the other way around. Whatever the ladies say, that will be done. That will be the predominant view. They will dominate. Bhisma's daughter Rukmini said no. So Rukmini said, my sister will be married to Shishupal, because he was more influential. Rukmini is the shadow of Chandravali. In this Dwarka pastime. And Srimati Radhika came as Satyabhama. This is not an ordinary thing. Rukmi, her elder brother, did not listen to his father's advice. He was insistent to marry his sister to Shishupal. And he was against his father. There's one pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam. All the arrangements for the wedding had been made. Mendi. All the decorations for the bride had been done, like putting mendi. On that day, Narad Rishi appeared in the assembly, he started to glorify Krishna's qualities. All the Brahmins, they used to come. They used to come and recite to the bride, and in this way Narada recited the glories of Krishna to Rukmini. In her mind, Rukmini, hearing the glories of Krishna, offered herself to Krishna. And that very night, Rukmini wrote a letter and gave it in the hands of one Brahmana, and told that Brahmana, take this letter to Krishna. Whatever was written in that letter was written that the food for the lion is going to the fox. Fox. O Krishna, O Govinda, please save me. That's all that was written in the letter. Krishna read this. At that very night, he came to the place called Kunde Nagari, with the army and stayed there. Nobody knew. Rukmini was going to perform puja of the goddess. That tradition was there at that time. When she went to worship the goddess, after Krishna, he kidnapped Rukmini, and he was going. She was riding the chariot. After which, the army started to chase after them. Rukmini's brother, fought with Krishna in a great battle. It's very nicely described, and made Krishna defeated Rukmini and captured him. Everybody was saying to chastise Rukmini. Rukmini said, "No, he is my brother. Save him." What they did was to shave half of his head. Like half. Half. Like we see this in the Western countries. One shika here, one shika there, dotted here and there, and they color it in different colors. This is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam, this tradition. is, where's this person come from? Then they let him go. Then Krishna married Rukmini in the proper ceremonial way. The younger Brahman is telling the elder Brahman, if your daughter marries me and your family disagrees, how will this work? The elder Brahmin said, the daughter is mine. She is my wealth. Don't be doubtful. Have faith in my words. The younger Brahmin was very clever. How will this be possible? It's not possible. If you want to marry your daughter to me, then in front of Thakurji, you make one vow, one promise in front of Thakurji. I give my hand of my daughter in marriage to this younger Brahman. For this reason, we take the permission of the mother and father when the bride and bridegroom sit, and behind them sit the parents. And with their permission, the ceremony takes place. First, then the garlands are given in the hand of the parents, and the parents then give the garland in the hands of the bride and bridegroom. And then the bridegroom and bride exchange the garlands. And this is known as the Gandharva Mat. This is one type of marriage. Many types of wedding ceremonies is there. Thakur in front of Thakurji or the demigods, the garlands are exchanged. This is known as Gandharva Mat Viva. Another is the Asuric Viva, which is a demoniac ceremony, marriage ceremony. That is by force. This is known as Asuric. Bhisma Pitamah, like he took the Ambika, Ambalika, Amba in the Mahabharata. Ambalika. These three girls he took by force. Kashiraj had not invited Bhishma Pita to the ceremony. Because at that time in Hastinapur there was no great king. Bhishma Pita had taken a vow that he would not marry. He will stay brahmachari. Bhishma Pita, he was insulted because he was not invited. The Kashiraj, the king of Kashi, did not invite anyone from Hastinapur. At that time, the Pandavas had gone up. The Pandu Maharaj had left, and the blind king Dhritarashtra was Bhishma was ruling, giving advice. Dhritarashtra was only king by name. Bhishma was taking all the main decision, thinking like this. Think like this, Kashiraj do not give invitation to Hastinapur. It's very important that the elders of the society attend the wedding ceremony or are invited to the wedding ceremony. This is a tradition. That invitation are sent out, cards are sent out, but this invitation was not sent to Hastinapur. There used to be conflict between Kashi Raj, king of Kashi, and Hastinapur, just like India and Pakistan. For this reason, being against each other, this invitation was not sent. We should send invitations to everyone, whether they come or not. Bhishma Pitamah, he will teach one lesson to king of Kashi. What did he do? He kidnapped, when they were kidnapped Amba, Ambalika, Amba, Ambalika, and Ambika. At the time of their wedding ceremony, he reached there. Great kings were there, present. And seeing Bhishma Pitamah, they all became afraid. They knew that he could not be defeated. He had a benediction of not dying until he decided. All the kings challenged him. Oh, he challenged the kings that I will take these 3 girls. If anybody is brave enough to challenge me, then they should try and stop me. Even Shushupal, they were there, but they would not. No one challenged. Bhishma Pitamah took the 3 girls like a hunter. Shikar hunts the prey in the same way. Bhisma Pitamah took the 3 girls. When they entered Hastinapur, Vichitravira, one girl was given to Vichitravira. Not Vichitravira, no? Vichitravira and Vichitrangat and Vira. Vichitravira and Chitrangat. The two girls were Amba and Ambalika. They were married. Amba was left. Then Amba said to Bhisma, "You marry me." Bhisma said, "No, I cannot marry you. I have taken a vow that I would not marry you." And then Bhisma said, "I will take you back to the person that you are in love with." No. That person who she was destined to marry did not want her because Bhisma Pita had kidnapped her, had taken her hand. That Amba came as Shikhandi, and on Arjun's Rath entered the and fought with Bhisma Pita, who put his weapons down. So we see that marriages were taken place in such a way. So for this reason, the younger Brahman was saying, you make a vow in front of Thakurji, Gopal, Thakurji. And the Brahman said to the Vigraha of Gopal, "I am giving my daughter's hand in marriage to this younger Brahman, kanya-dhana." The younger Brahman said, "O Gopal, you are my witness. If this elder Brahman does not fulfill his promise, then you please come and give witness." In this way, the younger Brahman was serving the elder Brahmana, and after some time they reached their village. Vidyanagar. They reached Vidyanagar. The elder Brahman thought to himself, the promise that I made in front of Thakurji to give my daughter's hand in marriage to the younger Brahman, what should I do now? at that time I gave my word, but now I've come back home and started to think. I have my son, daughter, my wife, my elders. Without their permission, how can I give my daughter's hand in marriage? Now the elder Brahman was having doubt in his mind. And one day the elder Brahman called the elders and said, I have promised to give my daughter's hand in marriage to the younger Brahman. Hearing this, the family members became very angry. He is not of the same status as us. We are of a higher status, Brahmins. He is younger and of lower status. How will this relationship between our two communities work out? There are many rules and regulations in previous ages. Today, nowadays, it's not like this. One who falls in love with somebody and then they do not think or consider other members, family members' point of view, or consider their feelings. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, when one offers pindadan to the ancestors in this situation, then the demigods or the forefathers, they do not accept these pindadan from such offsprings, from relationships that are not sanctioned by the elders. This pindadan has to be agreed within and sanctified by the elders. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Not working? We are of a higher status. Who are we giving our daughter's hand in marriage to? Somebody who is of lower status. People will laugh at us, and our forefathers will be dishonored. Forefathers in Pitralok. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, the pindadan, the offerings to the forefathers will not reach them. They will not be pleased. In the same way that Lord Ramchandra, he offered pindadan on behalf to his father. And so this pindadan is given to the forefathers. For their peace, for their prosperity. If this is not done, then so many difficulties arise, disease, problems. So according to the Vedic tradition, Vedic culture, there are certain rules and regulations that are followed. That Pitri Paksha, When does this come? Just before Kartik, this period of time is a period of time for the forefathers. At that time, if for 15 days, if you don't give this pindadan, if you somehow miss this period of time, you can offer the pindadan to those forefathers at that time. You can feed the Brahmanas. Then the forefathers will become pleased. This is not a tradition within the Vaishnava culture. If you're initiated in the Vishnu mantra, then you do not have to offer pindadan, because they've themselves offered themselves to the Lord, and then that pleases the forefathers. In Vaishnava, how do we offer pindadan? Bhagwan ke bhog, through Mahaprasad, the Vaishnavas offer Mahaprasad to the Lord, offer a bhog to the Lord and take that as prasad, and then offer that prasad and offer to the forefathers by mantras, jaldan, water, and deepdan, incense and ghee lamp. There's only one gotra, Achyuta gotra. Vaishnavas only have one gotra, one lineage, one dynasty, Achyuta. Some have Sandilya. Your gotra is Sandilya, Sham Prabhu's gotra. Line, in that parampara, all the human beings have come from one rishi, in one line of one rishi, and that's why it is said, Janma Jayate Brahmana. All the human beings are all Brahmins. Everyone is Brahman. Who is not a Brahman? Because we are all sons of Brahma. Manu is the son of Brahma. We are all the sons of Manu. How did creation first start? It has been said in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's very nicely described. There's one type, one caste. We are all all Brahmanas. Brahma say Manu. Brahmaji created the four Kumaras, Sanak, Sanandana, Sanatan, Sanak. They did not marry, they left. And the creation was stopped at that point. In the end, Brahma created Manu and Shatrupa. This Manav, the mankind, all Brahmanas, because they are related with Brahma. Janma Janayate Brahmana. But because of the jiva's karma, have become some Brahmans, some Shudra, some Vaishya, Kshatriya. Like this, the divisions, and others, they are Antaja. They do not follow any rules and regulations and just do as they please. They are called Antaja. According to the jiva's nature, they create their nature, their dynasty. So it's said in the Bhagavad Gita, Guna Karma Vibhagasha, the 4 Varnas and the 4 Ashrams. Those living entities follow accordingly to the 4 Ashrams and 4 Varnas. The Brahmins' qualities of truthfulness, cleanliness, austerity, like this. The Sara. It's 6. 6 times 2. 12 qualities. There are 12 qualities of a Brahmana. Satya, Sochya, Daya, Veda Adhyan, studying the Vedas. These are the qualities of a Brahmana. What is the best quality of a Brahmana? Saralata, simplicity. It's very simple. Simplicity is the best quality of a Brahmana. And that is called Vaishnava. Simplicity is Brahman, being a Brahman, and being such a Brahman is a Vaishnava. And that if a Brahman is following against this simplicity, then he becomes a Shudra. According to time, place and circumstance, there was only one Varna, only one caste, Sukla Varna, meaning pure, uncontaminated. But over time, people's natures changed. Before, people were honest, truthful, and they lived according to this principle. By the influence of time, people changed. And in Kali, in Treta Yuga, and in Kali-yuga, in Dwarpa, and Treta. But the effect of time is most important. There was Kali at that time during Satya. It's not that there was no Kali-yuga elements in Satya-yuga, but the influence was very little. Some percentage, very small percentage was there. In Treta Yuga there was Kali, but its influence very small, minimal. Not, but a little bit more than in Satyuga. In Dwarpa Yuga there was Kali Yuga elements, but not as much. Because in Garga Samhita it is said, this Duryodhana, who is Duryodhana? He is the personification of Kali Yuga. Kali wants to serve in the pastimes of the Lord. It came in Garga Samhita is said that Duryodhana came as Kali-yuga. At that time Kali said, I said to the Lord, how can I serve you? The Lord said, you go in the form of Duryodhana in Dwarpa Yuga and serve me. Some serve directly or some serve indirectly, but they all serve to increase the pastimes of the Lord, to enhance them, to move them forward. Some serve directly, some serve indirectly, some favorably, some unfavorably. There's one shloka. Some Brahmanas listen to this shloka and all the demons that were in Satyuga, they all came as Brahmanas in Kali-yuga. the shastra. This is the evidence. There is evidence in the shastra of this. Some have even filed cases against this. But this is the evidence of shastra. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat it is written. All the demons who served the Lord indirectly. There's two types of service to the Lord. Some in friendship, and some against as enemies. There has to be two parties. There has to be two teams in a football match. You can't have a football match with just one team. To enhance the pastimes of the Lord, with the permission of the Lord, they come to perform, to take part in this pastime. But people do not understand. If Duryodhana was not there, the glories of Draupadi would not have been known. In the Mahabharata, the glories of Draupadi have been shown. The battle of Mahabharata at Kurukshetra. And what is the meaning of all this? To preach the glories of the Bhagavad Gita. If there was no Duryodhana and Dushasan, there would not have been the disrobing of Draupadi. And if that was not there, and if there was no gambling match, yes. From there, the disrobing of Draupadi took place. And from there, Mahabharata. Then the Pandavas went into forest. All the pastimes in the Mahabharata that took place. And Duryodhana and Draupadi were the main personalities in the Mahabharata. And what has been shown from there, the glories of Draupadi have been shown. Otherwise, who would have known the greatness, the qualities of Draupadi in the battle of Kurukshetra, if the Pandavas and Kauravas had not taken part? This Gita would not have taken place. This dialogue to preach this Bhagavad Gita in society. If we look deeply, this was Duryodhana was the instigator of this. कौन कह रहे? Saying which side of Duryodhana? No. I'm not glorifying Duryodhana in this way, that he should be worshipped. Suryodhana. Because the sadhu's glories are known when there is some challenge or difficulty. elder Brahman said, whatever the case, I have made this vow, promise in front of Gopal that I will give my daughter's hand in marriage to the younger Brahman. At that time, the family members said, yeah, we will not have any relationship with you. Just like during if you're married, like during the Muslim reign, if you married a Muslim, then the Hindu family would boycott you. It's like some people do a court marriage by themselves, then the family members, they boycott the son or they boycott the daughter, and they have no relationship with them. The wife of the elder Brahman, they said that we will drink poison, and his elder son said they would give up his life also. To live in the society, you have to listen to the elders of the family. But if you do not, then you are excommunicated. The elder Brahmin said, whatever you do, I have given my promise to Gopal in Vrindavan. If I do not marry my daughter, then that Brahman will call on Gopal as witness. For this reason, the eldest son of the elder Brahman, this younger Brahman, when he calls the elders of the community, he says, I become older, I forgot what I made a promise of. So they started to make excuses like this, and they said you could say things like this. Where is Vrindavan? So far away from here. And no, there was no evidence, no witness at that time, actual witness. You were there, or my father, you were there, and the younger Brahman was there, and the Thakurji is a deity. Surely he will not speak. He will not come from Vrindavan to here. Very far. Vrindavan se Vidyanagar. How far between the two? The has 2,500 kilometers through jungle. Don't worry. When the elders of the community, they come together, when they ask you, have you made this promise? Then you can say, oh, I forgot. I cannot remember. Because I'm getting old and I cannot remember. what I said, what I did not say, I cannot remember. Make some excuse. The elder Brahman said, please save me. The elder Brahman, he prayed to Gopal, please save me. May the elders be pacified and my daughter's marriage to the younger Brahman go ahead. Like this, 2 or 3 months passed by. The eldest Brahman, they did not communicate with the younger Brahman. No communication. Then one day the younger Brahman came to the house of the elder Brahman. The younger Brahman very humbly with folded hands, O elder Brahman, you promised to marry your daughter to me, no, but I have not heard anything from you. The elder son of the elder Brahman came with a stick. You're trying to attain the stars. You're trying to attain the moon. How dare you try to marry my sister? Brahman means small. You're trying to take the moon, meaning you are younger Brahman. We are elder and more of a higher status. And you are trying to marry my daughter. How dare you? And with a stick, he threatened the younger Brahmana. Chota Vipra. He was going to beat the younger Brahmana. The elder Brahman did not say anything. What did the younger Brahman do? He called the main elders of the community and he explained to them his situation and the promise that the elder Brahman had made. Initially I disagreed with him, but he was insistent and promised and made a promise in front of the deity. But now he has come back home and now he's changed, silent. He's now completely silent. He's not saying one way or another. He's not saying yes or no. He has to speak one way or another. But he's not saying anything. He is silent. If he says yes, then his family members will become angry. If he says no, then the religious principle will be broken in front of the Lord. So he's not saying yes or no, and he's remaining silent.
মোরে কন্যা
যদি এই বিপ্রমরে কন্যা না দিবে কন্যা, যদি এই বিপ্রমরে না দিবে কন্যাদান, সাক্ষী গোলাম তোমার হুজু সাবধান। এই বাক্যে সাক্ষী মোর আছে মহাজন, আর বাক্যে সত্য করি মহাজন। গোপালের তবে বড় মিত্র ভাই এই সত্য কথা, গোপাল যদি সাক্ষী দেন আপনি আসি নেতা, তার পুত্র ভাই এই ভারত বাদ হয়, বড় মিত্র মনে মনে কৃষ্ণ রাখমান। অবশ্য মোর বাক্য তেমন করিবে প্রমাণ, পুত্রের মনে প্রতিমা নাচে সাক্ষী দিতে, এই বুদ্ধে দুইজন হইবে সম্মান।
All the members of the community said that if he has made a vow in front of Thakurji, then Thakurji should come here and give his witness. They should, now everything should be written, like a person who purchased some land. There you have to make a deed. Then just by verbal agreement is not enough. One deed is made. Deed, and which is signed. I want to give this land for 10,000 rupees. Then if somebody comes and makes a higher offer, 15,000, 20,000, then you will change your mind. So everything has to be in writing. The rule is, one deed has to be made. So, for this reason, the younger Brahman is saying, put this in writing. If the Thakurji comes from Vrindavan here to give witness, then the wedding will take place. Then the elders agreed. They thought that the Thakurji is not going to come from Vrindavan. This vigraha is made of stone. This is Karmivadi or Mayavadis, being atheists. They do not believe in the Vigraha, the deity of the Lord. The deity does not listen, does not walk. They think they offer to Thakurji and they imagine that he is eating. The atheists think like this, that the Lord does not eat. That's why it is said. Some say that the Lord does not eat. That's because they do not feed him like Mother Yashoda. If you feed the Lord with love and devotion, he will certainly eat. Some say that Thakurji does not come. Why? Because you do not call him like Draupadi. If you raise your hands with tears in your eyes and call for Thakurji, then he will surely come. Some say that Thakurji does not sleep because you do not put him to sleep like Mother Yashoda does. Just like a mother keeps her baby on her lap and patting him gently on his back, puts him to sleep and sings lullaby to him. Gopal is saying to Mother Yashoda, I cannot sleep. The Thakurji is saying directly, I cannot sleep. Please speak some Katha, Harikatha. Grandmother stories, Lori. Some lullabies, so stories. And in between, patting on the back, very sweetly. Right. Krishna saying, I cannot sleep. Come on my lap. I will put you to sleep. Like Mother Yashoda. And what katha should I speak? Said Lord Ramchandra. Krishna is saying to Mother Yashoda, little Gopal, 2 or 3 years old, please recite the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra to me. In past ages, Mother Yashoda would say, and there was a king by the name of Dasrath. Krishna said, And he said, 4 brothers, 3 queens he had, Kaushalya, Kaikai and Sumitra. Kaushalya's putra was Ram. Kaikai's son was Bharat. Lakshman was Sumitra the Lakshman and Shatrughna. In this way, the 3 queens, they brought up the 4 boys when they were older. Then Ram got married to Sita. Listen to this. Krishna said, Maya, when will I be married? When will my marriage be? And the Mother Yashoda would say, when you're older, you will be married. And tell me more. For some reason, Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they went to the forest for some reason. And then what happened? Krishna said, and after some time, Ravan, the king of Lanka, kidnapped Sita. Hearing this, Krishna took the mood of Lord Ramchandra and had stood up from Mother Yashoda. Bhaya Lakshman, bring your bow and arrow. I will go and kill Ravan. In this way, some say Thakurji does not sleep because you do not put him to sleep like Mother Yashoda. This is the way to put Thakurji to sleep. And now I just put Thakurji down and to sleep. This is not the way. Very lovingly and fan them like Lokanath Das Goswami. Binodi Lal would serve Radha Binodi Lal. My feet are aching, massage feet. Look like I'm hungry, feed me. If you have this love and affection, then Thakurji will reciprocate with you. But those who are atheists, who do not have faith, that the Lord will come and give witness. Where is Vrindavan? Where is Vidyanagar? It's such a distance. This is stone. Thakurji. By worshipping stone, do we attain the Lord? People say. This is the atheistic ways of things. With love and devotion, then the Lord will appear. The Lord appeared from the pillar. Prahlad, for Prahlad, the Lord appeared from a pillar. This is true. Hiranyakashipu said, "You are saying Vishnu. Is he in this pillar?" By the words of the devotees, the Lord is bound to fulfill their desire. So in this way the Lord appeared from the pillar. Those who do not have devotion, this will not happen. Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatamrita said, if one performs very simple devotional service to the Lord will certainly appear. There should be faith and there should be devotion. That which is attained by faith is easily attained. Like people say, we cannot see Ganga, yet we are bathing in Ganga Saga. This pastime is from many years ago, and over time things have changed. But do not have any doubt, because if you have doubt, then your faith will be destroyed. And the Kapil Dev's ashram, do not doubt. Visheshatma. If you have this doubt, you will lose everything. But if you do with faith, you will attain everything. That which cannot be attained by logic and argument can be easily attained by firm faith. Don't think where He took us, where we are bathed in the ocean. All the water of the Ganges are in the ocean. And that has become a tirtha. All the tirthas again and again, but Ganga Sagar only once. What is the meaning? Others interpret this wrongly. All the benefits attained by going to the tirthas again and again. But if you just bathe once in Ganga Sagar, you attain all of this benefit in once. But others, they twist the words around and change. Then that doesn't mean that you don't go to the other tirthas. Some people, they pass stool there. That's why you can only go there once. This is not correct. Many people, they put forward their own ideas. The shastra say the benefits attained by going to all different tirthas again and again, you can get by just bathing in Ganga Sagar once in Ayodhya, twice in Dwarka, 3 times in Triveni, 9 times in Kashi, like this. All those tirthas are present in Vrindavan. All the tirthas come together. That banks on Mathura of 24 steps leading to the Jamuna, they are all there in Mathura. And Vrindavan has all the tirthas. And if you go even more to Navadvip, if you do the parikram of Vrindavan, is all there in Navadvip Dham. This is the glories of the holy place. You cannot see. We go to Kobala. and Radhakund is there, but we cannot see with our own. Where you brought us? It's like a river, everyone's fishing. You can see with your own vision like this, but this is not a transcendental. You need ears. You have to listen with faith. You have to listen with faith. And then you will see only dirt everywhere. You will only see with the mood with which you go. My Brahman Goswami used to say, everybody was going to Jagannath Puri to see Jagannath. After 4 or 5 days, one old woman had lost her goat and is thinking, where's my goat? Where is my goat? When that lady went to the Jagannath temple, what did she see? It was only see the goat. Everybody saying, see the deity of Jagannath. I cannot see the deity of Jagannath. I can only see my goat. Bear, bear. Where's that goat? My Gurudev used to say this Katha. Because the old woman was only thinking about her goat. Jagannath said, you come to my abode and you're thinking of that goat. So he was thinking, yes, so in the shastra it is said, the Lord presents himself in the way that you approach him. One should go with firm faith, with humility. Some people say this is nice. Diving, surfing. This is not a swimming pool. It's not surf. So one should go with the proper mood. How should one do Ganga Snan? With firm faith. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, with folded hands, was reciting Ganga Stuti with incense, ghee lamp and offerings. When you go to the holy place, do Stava-stuti and then bathe, then you're just diving and swimming, enjoying. This is not how you get the benefit of doing Ganga Snan. Entertainment. It's one type of entertainment. You do not get any benefit from this. When you go to the holy places, go with firm. Mahaprabhu is teaching us this lesson. When you go to the holy places, go with sadhus, go under guidance, and in this way you will get the benefit. If you do not, then you will get the wrong results. Like this old woman going to Jagannath temple, she saw her goat. Go see Jagannath. The old woman saying, cannot see Jagannath. There was one lady from the Aboriginal tribe. One lady from the Aboriginal tribe. Used to go every day to Jagannath temple. at that day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was by the Garud Stamba, and there were thousands of people in front of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu was so far, because Mahaprabhu was the tallest. Mahaprabhu was absorbed in his in Thakurji. This Adivasi, this Aboriginal lady, she used to go every day. Could not see Thakurji. She was so eager to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Stretched out his hand. She put one hand on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. She put her foot on one hand of Mahaprabhu and then another foot on shoulders of Mahaprabhu and stood on his shoulders and having darshan of Thakurji, standing on Mahaprabhu's shoulders. He does it first. Oh, Buddy, what are you doing? It's Mahaprabhu, his Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mahaprabhu said, don't disturb. Mahaprabhu said, don't disturb this lady, with great humility. This Aboriginal lady has so much eagerness to see the Lord. Yeah. I do not have such eagerness. Mahaprabhu is saying, such eagerness. With firm faith, then you have darshan of the Lord. That's why with firm faith, with humility, one should bathe, and then we'll get the fruit. Yes. Now it's 8 o'clock. The younger Brahmin said, sign here. Then he went to Vrindavan. Then he gave that deity of Gopal and said, Thakurji, you have to come. You have to come and give witness. Thakurji said, does the deity walk? If the Thakurji speaks, then surely we'll walk. You are not only a deity, you are directly Rajendra Nandan. Come with me. Gopal said, okay, I will come. Do one thing. For me, make some kheer. Swas. That Brahman. 1 kilo. 1 kilo, 250 grams of. Yeah. 250 grams. 250 grams. 1 kilo, 250 grams of kheer. That Brahmana made very sweet, fragrant rice kheer. Very fragrant. If you add sugar and milk and then cook, then you offer it to the Lord, and Thakurji was very pleased. I will come with you, Thakurji said. How will I know that you are coming behind me? Thakurji said, don't look back. If you look back, I will just stop at that place. This condition, by the sound of the ankle bells, Mother Yashoda, she put these ankle bells on my feet. I will walk with these ankle bells. By the sound of these ankle bells, you will know that I am following you. Saying this, the Brahman walked ahead, and that Gopal was walking behind. That sound of the ankle bells was ringing and pacifying the Brahmana that Thakurji was following. Then he came close to Vidyanagar, just a little bit from the border of Vidyanagar, and then he thought, at that time, if I just look back just once, I can hear his ankle bells. Thinking like this, then he turned his head like this, and Thakurji smiled and stopped. Chokra, the young Brahmana said, "No worries, it's not far from the village. Look, the Thakurji has come from Vrindavan all the way. All the residents of the village and nearby villages, they all came to see Thakurji." It's written something else in the book to what Gurudev said. Wherever you have to go with a full stomach. You do not know if you'll get anything on the way. And this is a ruling in the shastra. Wherever you go, you should, before you go anywhere, you should satisfy your stomach. This is true, yes? Thakurji is saying, Thakurji is giving us a lesson. We have come such a long way. That's why he asked for the kheer to be made. He doesn't know how long he will have to walk, whether we get water or not. That's why, before leaving the home and going, you fill your stomach. This is my Thirikum Goswami Maharaj used to say. Wherever he used to go, he used to eat something. Like you did yesterday. Kal ne aapne bhojan karke gaye the na. Like it. And then you like we would have ate something and then like. Yeah, what time you will reach, they will do this puja, that puja, and when you will get to eat, 11 o'clock, breakfast. That's why it is, this is the pastime of Thakurji here. Kheer khilao. That's why Thakurji said, I would have some kheer before going. Thakurji is saying, now we've nicely satisfied our stomach. That's what you said in the Katha before. The Brahmin looked back, the Thakurji smiled and stopped. The residents of that village were so fortunate, and they have darshan of Thakurji. We are running so far for Thakurji darshan. The Lord has come from Vrindavan. He came all the way. How wonderful. North India, from North India to South India. The elder Brahman, seeing Thakurji, he did his pranam. In this way, the elder Brahman offered his daughter's hand in marriage to the younger Brahmana. Thakurji said, "Oh, younger Brahman, you are both actually my servants." The two Brahmanas, they asked, "Oh my Lord, you stay here. Don't go anywhere from here." Thakurji stayed there. How Thakurji came to Jagannath Puri by Maharaja Pratap. It's described further on. We will listen of Shakshi Gopal. Is just 5 kilometers from Jagannath Puri. Shakshi Gopal, railway station, is there. Where's South India? Neighbor. From Vidyanagar to Puri, Jagannath Puri is very far. Purushottam Jana, the king, at the time of the marriage of King Pratap, there are many stories related to this. Palki Jai, Jai. You're listening to Shakshi Gopal. Then, listening to this Katha, the Lord will reside in your heart and be witness. And then you will have darshan of the Lord. You want to see the Lord, that Lord will give you darshan. Ki Jai, Shri Radhe Jai, Shri Gurudev Ki Jai.